another really great experience I had, which was just total joy. I was in Malaysia, a place called Malaka, quite an old city in Malaysia, very beautiful, very simple, quite a big Portuguese influence, and such very hospitable and very beautiful people. I think really my best experience in Malaysia was I was staying at a hostel called Travelling Inn, which I recommend to anyone. Franco is a very beautiful person and they treat you as one of their own. I spent Christmas with these people and it was like I was an extended son, so it was very special to me. But my greatest experience was a simple thing of walking into a pet shop. The thing that caught my eye firstly was an iguana, and this was really huge. And as I love reptiles, I was caressing this thing for absolutely hours. But the highlight was a young macaque monkey, which was only 4 months old, and it was beautiful. The moment I sort of walked into the shop, it came running to me like it was like a child of mine, and it climbed up my body like effortlessly. It just jumped up and started with its tiny little hands just grabbing my mouth and looking everywhere. It reminded me of when my daughter was very young, and it became a ritual for myself and an English girl which I was spending time with, Amy, another really beautiful person. It became almost it did become a daily ritual, sometimes many times in a day. We were going to the shop and the macaque would come running to us, and after about 7 or 8 days, something like that, the shopkeeper said, "Oh, you really like this monkey, huh?" And it's like, "Mate, we love this monkey." And they did us like a great pleasure in giving the monkey and like a leash to walk a dog or a cat or whatever. They give me the monkey and the leash and they say, "Go walking around everywhere you like." So we went walking for 1.5 or 2 hours with this monkey, this macaque, and it was like our child. And we walked everywhere and it would just lay across the back of our neck, playing with our face and playing with our hair and touching everywhere. And you could play with it like it was a small baby as well. You put your finger in its mouth and it sucking on the finger, and yeah, it was a beautiful experience. This is also something that I'll never forget in Malaysia. So many, Thailand was also a fabulous place. I got to actually handle and play with, for a good period of time, a king cobra, as I love snakes and reptiles, this was very much a highlight. We played for quite a long time, and it wraps itself, and I don't think there's anything quite like the softness and the feel of a snake just touching against your skin. It's, how could I say it? It's actually erotic. Yeah, it's very close to you. But holding it and seeing it hold its head, like it flattens its head, like, yeah, it was playing with the snakes. I played with another one, a snake called an amethyst python. It's a very large python, maybe this thick, and weighs about 50 pounds. And this snake I had with me, I went to a snake farm, and the python was there, and I asked the man, "Can I hold the python?" He's like, "Yeah." And I got on with the gentleman quite well, and he also allowed me to walk around with the snake, walking throughout the park. And a funny thing was when a snake urinates on you, when it basically it pisses on you, it means that the snake actually wants to court with you. It wants you to be its partner. So this was a very strange experience to be peed on by a python. So maybe in a past life I was a snake. But yeah, another experience which adds to many. I highly recommend to travel the world, because until you do something like this and you go to so many different countries and experience their way of life, there is no documentary, there is no book, There is no story that someone can tell you, you know, that will ever match or compare to actually going and living and doing it. Travel the world. Every opportunity you have, travel and see something different, because when you're at home in your own environment and you play in your country, which is your backyard, it's very comfortable for you. Everything is easy. You can be, I guess, in one respect yourself, or you can be a different person who you want to be. But when you step into someone else's country and they have trouble communicating with you and their way of life is totally different, this is when you will experience to be your true self. This is, hi, I'm Denis, I'm in India, I'm only myself, I'm not anyone else different. So it teaches you so much about yourself, and then when you go back home it gives you the greatest appreciation and the greatest respect of everything that you have. You understand how fortunate you are.